This business thought they had a good deal, using a big name provider, familiar brand, and that sounds safe, right? But behind the scenes, they were missing calls, slow internet problems, still using old technology, and a bill that just kept creeping up.
Oh, hell no!
Does that sound familiar? Now, they weren't doing anything wrong, they just believed in 3 common misconceptions, and that was costing them, big time.
Oh, no.
Not just money, though they were overspending by 30%, but time, opportunities, simplicity, things that businesses just can't afford to waste.
That's a damn shame.
Let's break down the 3 myths that were holding them back and exactly what happened after they decided to switch. The first misconception, big providers are always cheaper. The small removal co were using a big name that everyone knows, so they thought that they were getting the best deal. In reality, they were on a cookie cutter plan which is built for volume, not the way they worked. They were paying for extras that they never used, tied into a contract that they didn't understand, and the worst part, no one ever called to check in, review their bill, or just see that everything was working. When they switched, this all changed. They got a provider that listened, took out all the unnecessary extras, and built a plan that worked for them. Now, this wasn't a hard sell, but just a logical decision. Not only did they save 30%, but they got a brand new system which is suited to their needs. This is the same company, just a completely different setup. Misconception number 2, I can just Google the best deal online. The do-it-yourself route, and they tried that as well. It looks cheap, sounds good, until it doesn't work.
Houston, we have a problem.
Online quoting tools, chatbots, forums, comparison sites. What they needed was a broadband that was future-proof, a phone system that suited their office setup, and flexibility whether they were on or off-site. Now, Google couldn't tell them this, and neither could the sales rep at the big name provider. What they needed was real insight. Someone to come in, understand how their business operates, and build a system that works without overcomplicating things.
This is very complicated.
Now, every call lands where it should, jobs get booked faster, and they don't miss out on opportunities because it's ringing to voicemail. The third and final misconception, upgrading is expensive and causes hassle. They put this off for ages and loads of businesses do the same. They think that upgrading will cause downtime, potentially lose their phone numbers, and they'll have to learn a new system that's complicated.
Oh, no way.
But the truth is, staying where you are is likely costing you more, week in and week out. So what happened when they did decide to switch? There was no downtime, no disruption, the staff barely noticed, and they kept all of their telephone numbers that they needed.
Yeah, boy.
And what have they actually gained from a new system? Calls land where they need to the first time around, internet doesn't drop out randomly, and they've got a system that works with their workflow, not against it. Also, support is one call away, they're no longer stuck in long queues. And the person knows who they are the first time. They're not passed around various departments. If your setup isn't suitable, your bills are unpredictable, and support feels like it's a million miles away, you're not stuck. You're just with the wrong provider. The small removal code didn't change what they do. They just stopped settling for less. Now they're more efficient, they're faster, and they're future-proof, so they won't ever have to change again. Before you renew that contract, or before you spend another hour chasing down a missed call, get a free review. There's no pressure, just honest advice from people who actually care. Because the right setup shouldn't cost you more, it just works better. Let's be honest, Telecoms isn't exciting, and it's just supposed to work. But for the small removal co, it was the source of a lot of daily problems. Now they're invisible, and that's the way that it should be. The biggest win was clarity. They know exactly what they're paying, they've got a system that suits their business, and they're no longer chasing down issues that shouldn't really be happening in the first place.
Thank you very much.
They've benefited from a 30% saving, a system that's built for their business, not just the average one. and room to grow and scale alongside their own operations. It's not just about switching for the sake of it, but removing friction from your day-to-day.